Jeddah Street Circuit holds an FIA Grade 1 certification. Jeddah shares this grade with 40 of the circuits around the world. A little bit of F1 history for you. During the 1950s, F1 drivers would contest the championship over less than 11 races. However, there were many races held during each year that drivers could enter that would not count towards the championship, something unheard of in the modern era of F1. Let's talk chassis numbers. You won't find more consistency than the Red Bull. Beginning their legacy in 2005 with the R11, they have stuck with this naming convention ever since. The only anomaly in 2021 was R16 rather than moving on to the R17. This was due to technical regulations.
I didn't realise that my microphone had been muted for some reason. Hopefully that should be better. There we go. It wasn't muted when I turned it on when I started the stream, but anyway, back through the introduction. CDR Tier 3, Round 11 of Season 9 at Saudi Arabia. Dan will be joining me. I'm CDR Kieran, so we've got 18 drivers tonight. We should have a full grid if my memory serves me correctly. We are missing the second McLaren, which I don't know where that is. So that would be 19, which means that Dan, when he joins, is going to be put into a car. Sorry about that, I'm just getting on to my one of my teammates, asking him where he is, in no certain words. So we'll jump back on with Dave, as he actually starts his first flying lap. It is, there we go, Toby, one you know me, is into the session, so he will be able to set a lap. Once he's selected his car. As Dave Douglas does perfectly first sector. Barker's got a 5 place grid penalty for collision. I'm just going to do that's with Chip. As that left Bark on it, that was Bark on an outlap, as he is currently in the way of that Red Bull. I'm going to work out which Red Bull it is. It's not Marshall. It was him and Chip getting back together. So for Chip is on a couple of sectors with wing damage. But better to Dave as he comes around the final corner. Very tight track this, very limited places to overtake. Does a 31-2 and immediately eases off the accelerator as we've got D-Bag coming through, the 29-3 on a set of mediums. Dave's invalidated his block. Also, puts himself with G2. Nerf is on an outlap. Wookiee's in the garage. Curly on an outlap. This is opposite core side. Drop is on his lap on a set of medium. Purple's the middle sector gets a little bit loose through the chicane onto the back DRS zone. but looking like it's going to be a strong map if we can get it turned in and avoid the barrier on the exit. Don't want to go full Verstappen around here. That's going to be a 29. So the mediums apparently are looking like the stronger tyres for the time being. That is sparked off. Airways going through. A lot of cars out on track at the moment, which is not what you want. What looked like a Williams doing well to Williams or Albon doing well to get out of Airways' way there. Toby just left a second for some reason. After so who's beating that car? Who hasn't turned on the DRS. I'm not sure if he's aware of this or if he's doing a fuel burn. I think he's done a fuel burn lap to get those mediums scrubbed in, because they're better on the second lap than what they are over one lap, so it's a bit strange. Not really a track I'd do a fuel burn at, with running the risk of going into a barrier at any corner. Especially if they get through from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The sausage job on the exit could easily just make the car skate and on the exit of 90 as he runs up towards the first hairpin. Purple's the first sector, so he is 6 cents quicker, so ERS making a huge difference to the background here. As Stingray says, let's go also 10 bucks on him being out in Q1. Also is currently sat 5th. Stingray, so if he's going to be out in Q1, oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Phone call when it wasn't needed. Airways has just done a 28.6. So those mediums are looking fairly pacey for the time being. Blood can go 6 on a set of stops. Also is now down to P10. Make that 11. And we still have Wookie to set a time, Chip to set a time, Bark to set a time, Kev and Pinecade. Pinecade is on a lap as we speak, so and he's run it wide. Ooh, big correction. Curse to the commentator there, mate. I am sorry. I'm just going to invite Dan on the quick. As he did say about 10 past to send him an invite. There we go. a fluffy trip, that inside barrier. It's not going to help you time too much. That corner seems to be catching a lot of these guys out and the exit curve there. He is up on his time and that time he is. As Hounds just said that he was rushing to get people in extreme stuff and he rushed out to get a lap in but didn't put himself on. That's got to be brutal along some of these straights, but the balance setup around here isn't terrible. And Anderson does purple in the middle sector, but that could just be around him or his personal or overall quality there. We don't know. He's just about to come across the line. Okay, yeah, give me a second. Yes, I know, I've just been told, but it normally isn't like this. What do you think I'm doing? I'm just turning the car volume down and hopefully that has helped. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Yeah, that's a lot better. I've just heard it on my own phone. So, Arso's down into P14. Stingray, your prediction may be coming true. Nerf and Anderson both need to find. I'm trying to remain professional, Scott. So, find a direction you want to leave in. As Dave Douglas is on what I'm going to presume is third set of tyres. As this is his second or third attempt at this. Yep, that one works for me too, mate. He'll be back next week. As he does find half a second, but also doesn't improve in track position. Colby is on his first lap, and Pint Size is on his out lap. So also needs to get a bit of a shift on, as he's currently in the drop zone. As the Full-Time Dave has opted to retire in the pits. We hope. Oh. Colby may have just cost himself his only chance of purple sector 1 somehow, but even with that, a little bit of a wobble. Yeah, especially as we've got, oh, that's a barrier from Colby. That is run wide, but somehow managed to keep it in. Yeah, I don't know why. hopefully that helps. I've turned every available setting down and turned every available setting for me up. As Toby is opted to pit, does it? I'm not sure he's going to have enough time to get into the pits and back out. And that's pint size off again. We'll ride on board with Nerf Pack, see what he's got in the tank. Airways has retired from P2. Wookie's retired. Bark has done a 27.997, which I missed. That is on me. Apologies. And that Sausage Herb is claiming another victim. But it hasn't really cost him too much through Sector 1, only 5,600 down. Also going for a long smoke break or a short one. It all depends on what Anderson and... Anderson's a quarter of a second up through Sector 1, apparently. Nope, more than that, so that is also on his way out. Unless also can improve. I've got a feeling Toby's going to over push the car here to try and get it round, as Nerf has opted. Is he trying to give Anderson a slipstream? No, Anderson is off massively on his time. Clips the barrier though. Well, kind of bounced off of it, trying to grab as much of a slipstream from the car ahead as possible, but... And again, the barrier on the outside of the hairpin, just carrying a little bit too much speed for it. But that's enough for him to go through. As Hound is now taken to the line. Is he improving? Hound moves up. So it's between Luckman, Osso and Matey, as Luckman is currently up on his lap time. Toby did not manage to make it round. As Luckman takes a wide line through that final hairpin, just kind of sat in the middle of the track. Oh, and ran out of fuel by the looks of it as he crossed the line. So Hound is down on his time. Looks like he's bailed out the lap, knowing that he's safe because Nerf is in P17. Pint size does actually finally get a lap complete at a 32 flat, so it's just also is off the track. How much time did that cost him though? Because he's got to find 6 attempts to beat Luckman to get through. Teabag's now retired from the session in the pits. Yep, also is going for a long smoke break. As we're still waiting on Hound to complete his in lap, as well as Ralphie. Also saying zero practice. It's a wonder I even drove a lap. Yeah, the Hound, that is just a mistake that you're unfortunately going to have to live with.
Lewis Hamilton broke virtually every record and several records that were always made. For example, the stupid England. While Hamilton was a mere 20th years old.
As we're just waiting on Q1 to end. There we go. As Bark is going to have a 5-place grid penalty to start the race with. We are losing also Nerf Pack, Dave Douglas, Pint Size and Toby, with Toby unable to set a lap. But Luckman, Hound, Ralphie, Curly, Matey, Kev, Scott, Chip, Anderson, Marshall, Full Send Dave, Teabag, Wookie, Airways, Bark, all make it through. As we're just getting Q2 underway. Let's see what tyres we've opted for. Okay, so on to Q2. It looks like T-Bag is the first man out on track on a set of mediums. So that will probably be the scrub set he took from Q1. Yeah, T-Bag's. Scott is just coming through sector 1. So Scott was the first man out on track. I misjudged it because of the 2 red dots that look stupidly similar. Again, using a set of mediums, so another scrubbed run before they do the flying runs at the end of Q2. like this track is just, once you get into the groove of it and you get used to it, it is a fairly fun track to drive. But racing it for the first time Friday night was chaos. Especially on a heavy fuel load, you don't really know where it goes. As Scott does a 28.8. What's T-Bag got? A 29.4, so 6 tenths between them. That's Curly pulled off, letting cars through. And this is Bart coming round. This is going to be a 28. That's going to be a scrub set of tyres. As Kev is put himself, Kel, sorry, has put himself into P3 with a 29.1. Predictions for pole position, if anyone's got one. Okay, so we'll jump back on board. We'll try and find who is furthest through the lap. That was Hound with a 29.6. Dave coming round on his mediums. That's end of sector 1. So Anderson's in sector 3. And where's he going to end up? Lewis Knapp on the exit of the corner. Lockman's putting up. Oh, he's up to pit. Lockman's coming with a 30.3. So Airways 28.1. So that's a fresh set. As Dave is just coming around the final couple of corners. And Dan's here. So you don't have to just listen to me. Okay, so full send Dave with a 29.5. Lockman is on a lap, but this is an in lap by the looks of it. And then everybody is either in the pits or on an out lap. Marshall taking a very cautious out lap. I'm not sure he's going to have enough heat in those tyres by the time he actually gets the start of his lap to actually get the most out of it. So yeah, Marshall is going to be the next man to do a lap, but we're going to have to wait a while because I don't know how long this out lap's taking him. with a track like this, you're out like a hound. You're not a dog, so don't just growl at people. There we go. As Marshall finally gets his foot down to start his lap. Comes away from the wall slightly earlier than other lanes I've seen at the exit of turn 2, and then just uses these inside curbs to rotate the car, which is ideal. Purple's the first sector. If he can keep this lap up, then he will beat he'll be in and around the 28.3. But it's just whether or not he can hook these couple of awkward corners up that you've got to get the power down as soon as possible, and just hope that you've got enough lock in the car, well, lock in the steering to not plummet straight into the wall. Same here. This is looking good for 2 purple sectors. Whatever he did on that outlap, that very slow outlap, must have worked. And that seemed like a botched gear shift. But 28 flat. Chips on an outlap now. Is Wookie actually on a lap? Yes, Wookie is. Oh, look, he's on an in lap. Sensible for Marshall to just move out of the way. Yeah, Hound is right on the cusp of being eliminated, so he needs to find, I'd say, about half a second. Put himself around Kel and Ralphie in order to be safe. That is yellow flag in sector 3. It was Wookie just making his way back to the pits slowly. Right on board with Hound, see what he can do. As it looks a bit tentative through sector 1, to say the least. Airways is retired in the pits, as Dan has just joined the party. I've just heard his headset go onto that big cranium of his.
My headset was acting amazing.
It's alright, I've dealt with basically two parts of quali. Got all of the quali results from Q1, so Hound is now overdriving the car. That was too much curb.
Yeah, I told him that.
Yeah, he's got a default setup on because he was faffing about trying to get people in and then proceeded to go out before he loaded his setup.
Yeah, that's just bad organisation.
Like the last thing I do before I go out is I double check my setup is on, Oh, he's just had a snap of oversteer out the final corner.
Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to this for the next fucking 3 days.
In fairness, he did improve. He found 3 attempts and has relegated Teabag, but Teabag's also up by 1.4 seconds.
Yeah, Jeddah with no setup is not enjoyable, I would suspect.
Absolutely not. Like, Friday night was the first time I'd raced it. So, I went into it completely blind on strat and everything like that, as Teabag's just gone quickest by 5 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what kind of a time here is.
Well, Airways and Marshall and Teabag would have outqualified me Friday night. They would have started 6th and 7th in Tier 2.
Yeah.
Because I did a 28.065 in Q3. So both of them have got bags of pace around here. Lockman has invalidated his lap.
I see North Pack is shit.
Yep, out in Q1 with Osso. Every time I jump on board with Curly, the man's off the track. Like just letting someone pass. I've not actually seen him complete a lap yet. Because every time I look at him, he's off the track. But yeah, here he is.
I presume it's a dry race, yeah?
I'd presume so.
No, I like this track. It's nice. Very nice. Do you know what? For a difficult track to overtake on, there's, you know, if you have the right driver ahead of you or behind you, it's actually, there's more place to overtake than you'd think.
The 2 hairpins, definitely. Ideally, you wouldn't want to overtake during the back DRS straight to run down to the final corner because of how much you flip-flop across the track.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because you could go for a move where it's left when they're on the left side of the track, but then they move straight over to the right and it looks like you've just blocked them, when in reality you're just taking the racing lane. Scott is just on a 27.9. So Dave is opting to pit.
Oh, Dave's out. Ralphie just coming in there with a 28.826. That knocks Dave out, and Kilevra is safe as well. He's on a lap. He's not on a lap. He's on an in lap. But yeah, that is Dave out.
Bark with a 27.8. Bark is carrying a +5 grid penalty though.
Oh, why?
Collision with Chip in Q1.
Yeah, that's not great anyway.
So Bark...
I've been racing since the 2019 game. I have never had a collision with anybody on a fucking quali lap or a formation lap. I don't get it.
I've had one in quali, and that was Abu Dhabi. Do you know, as you come round the blind kink,
Yeah.
somebody was just parked on what was my racing lane, and I just went straight into the back of him. Like, there was no reaction time, because I come round the corner and they were there. I was like, cool.
Yeah. Still don't get it, but fair enough.
Scott, there's not that much difference between you. It's just over a tenth. Find it.
I can't wait to meet some of these fuckers over this tier next year, next season.
Oh, what, you mean Bark?
There's 1, 2, there's 4 or 5 there now. I can see Wookie running the Spanish flag.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's definitely better than the Union Jack, you know.
I saw that in Q1 and I questioned it like mentally, and I was like, I'm not sure why he's doing that.
What's Marshall's flag? Is that the Monaco flag?
Bahrain, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Wookie, because he's half Spanish.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't see that.
I know he's just said it. So you're half Spanish, so yes, you are going to be hairy like a Wookiee, so that does make sense. There's nothing worse than what you have said.
It's a long old out lap. Can you get 3 runs in Q3 if you have the tyres, or is it more of a 2-run job?
2-run job.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's one of those laps. It's so long, but it's so quick, so it doesn't feel as long as it is. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's I love this track. It just comes at you. You don't have time to really think about it.
Yeah, you've got to be on it from the moment you leave the pit lane.
Yeah, 100%, no question.
I got towards the end of the race Friday night, I got away with it so many times that I was turning in for, do you know that little chicane that you've got in the middle of Sector 2?
Yeah.
Where the quickest way through it is to get as close to the wall as possible on the right-hander.
Yeah.
I was clipping the wall.
Oh.
But no damage.
Yeah, I just do. I obviously didn't race for you, mate. But the last time I've raced here a few times, it's just not one of these tracks that you can kind of give a 3/4 effort. You just have to fucking smash it, really. Like, but
attack the entire way. Yeah. Otherwise, you just gotta get eaten up, and you actually might be best starting the race underfueled. Like, I started it 2 laps overfueled because I went in practice. I was doing more than a lap of fuel. A lap. Like, I did 15 laps of practice and took 28 laps worth of fuel out. Finished. I came into the pits on 11 laps of fuel. So I was like, okay, I'm going to need excess fuel. Got into the race, and by the time the first safety car came out, I had 2.4 laps worth of fuel.
Yeah, I was going to say with race fuel, maybe it's a lot of it's flat out, though, to be fair, or pretty much. There's no real bar turns 1 and 2. There's not really any majorly slow speed corners.
And the hairpins.
Yeah.
Besides from that, it's just bumped down a couple of gears, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a nice track, though. There's a good flow to it.
The thing is, this isn't even the proper Saudi Arabia track. They built a purpose-built track while they build their purpose-built track.
Oh, so it's going to change.
Yeah, like 2025, 2026, when the new engine regs come in.
Nice. Great. They'll probably destroy it.
Yeah. It's crazy. The Saudis have got that much money. They've spent $4 billion to build a track. And then they've just gone, well, it's only here for a couple of years.
I wouldn't change. I like it. I like the track. Even in real life, it gives pretty good racing.
Yeah, it does.
And it looks class. It's one of the best looking tracks on the game.
Under the nightlights, yeah.
In real life. Yeah. It is. It's cool.
It's like, as much as I wanted to hate Vegas, I
class as well.
I kind of liked it.
I'm the same. I like Vegas.
As much as I wanted to hate it, when we raced there, I was like, yeah, I can't hate it. It's an enjoyable track. And Scotty's just beat Bark's Q2 time.
Yeah, that looks to be a competitive time. Airways coming in with a 27.1. Puts himself provisionally on the front row at least.
Do you mean a 27.8?
What did I say? 28.9? Mm-hmm. Yeah, close enough.
You said a 28.1. 27.1. So, I think it's Wookiee.
Wookiee. What can he do? 28.2. Slow lap from Wookiee.
That's a scrubbed set of tyres.
Yeah, I was thinking that, alright. It's one of these tracks as well, though. You want to be careful. One mistake and you're out.
Yeah. Fortunately, we've seen nobody DNF from quali yet.
We had a red flag here last season, tier 2, didn't we?
I don't know. I didn't race it.
Yeah, we did. It was, I think it was Tash Cash lost the rear through sector 1 and there was a pile-up. Which can happen quite easily, especially the opening few laps when the field is condensed.
Yeah. Like, we saw it when they actually raced here in real life for the first time. There was literally a pile-up in sector 1, out of turn 2, going into turn 3.
Yeah.
So...
Can happen. You get caught easily.
Yeah.
Lockman at 29.5. He's going to want to do a bit more than that. I think Teabag... no, that's... Scotty. We've got Ralphie, Curly and Marshall on laps at the moment.
Yeah, Ralphie's sector 3, Curly sector 1, so...
So it's that last corner as well, that banking corner. You just want to get on the power. Ooh, Ralphie has no front wing.
Yeah, he's into the pits. Yeah, that final hairpin, it's so much... Like, you need to commit to it. And there's so many different lanes you can take around it. That even the game's racing lane doesn't give you an exit lane. It just kind of gives up mid-corner and goes, yeah, do what you want.
I'll tell you what, I find more time off the racing lane here than I do on it. It's not the fastest way around the track. Definitely
no.
Not.
And even though I don't need it, I still use the suggested gears.
I do as well. It's just force a habit. I don't use it, but it's there.
Yeah, I don't even look at it. Like, you've seen my telemetry on the top of my screen.
You don't use any telemetry. Who the fuck can see that?
Exactly. So if I can't see it, I can't get focused on it. That's my logic. I can't distract myself with something else on my screen. That's why I have no rearview mirror or anything like that.
You don't need too many distractions. I've never used a rearview mirror. I've tried it once or twice and it's just a distraction. It's the arrows I use. If they're there, I leave space. If they're not, I turn in.
Yep.
Simple.
By Friday night, I actively didn't push during the opening 5-6 laps of the stint. I let everybody else burn their ERS and burn their tyres out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I'll happily go backwards because I know in 5-6 laps my tyres will still be fresher and I'll have more ERS to push at the end of the stint.
I suppose, do you know what, a lot of that comes down to who you're racing with as well. Like, there's drivers on track where if they're sticking it up the inside of me and I think they're not significantly outside, or, but you know, I might be too far off, I go deep and I load the space. Know I'll get the exact same back if I do it, but not everybody will do that, so it depends who's behind you really.
Lockman.
Oh yeah, biggest prick ever. Racing league. After you.
Hey, I've actually had somehow a season from the gods. And
potential is there.
Like, I think, as I calculate it, I think I'm P4 in the driver's standings.
Well, I've been banging this drum since day one. The amount of penalties you get by just other people getting penalties on its own is incredible. Not to mind the own issues it causes if you're running for wings and stuff. It's just...
Oh, what you mean, like how I inherited a podium just by staying out of trouble?
Absolutely. I've got him myself, mate.
Yeah, it was straight out of the damn playbook.
Yeah, but like that's not like I got a podium because the driver had got a penalty. Yeah, because he drove like a dickhead. That's a genuine podium for me. That's not an inherited podium. That's a podium.
Been seasons without one and got 3 in one season.
Yeah, something wrong with the game.
Yeah, agreed. If I'm doing well on it, then everybody's fucked.
Yeah, fair point. Just on board of Scotty, who's looking to have a really nice lap. He's 10th up through sector 1 and a 10th up through sector 2, and that is a purple sector 2 as well, so looks to be a nice tidy lap from Scotty, and he is already a bit out in the lead, so
all he's got to do is he's got to push that down to about 27.3 if he can keep it tidy through the final corner.
Yeah, let's see what he does, heading towards the line. Full power, DRS open, taking the shortest line, route to the line, and that's 2 tenths exactly at 27.3.
Yeah. So that was 4 and a bit temps quicker than Airways. Oh,
Oh, I just saw a purple sector. That was Luckman. Who do I see a purple sector on there? No idea.
uh,
Oh no, Wookiee's invalidated and he was 2 tenths up. Through sector 2, that is Wookiee done and dusted unless he has enough fuel to go again, which I don't think he will. Most drivers don't on their last run carry any extra fuel to try to
no,
maximise the time.
nope. As I suggested to the McLaren guys earlier, to take X amount of fuel to do your run, you
Airways
outlap your
attempting
run
to
and get back and run out towards the pit lane.
Second ever.
Right, so Airways
Airways has, yeah, he
he
comes to
opted to
pits.
pit when he was a
Yeah.
tenth and a half up because
He must have lost in sector 3 though. He must have been down otherwise.
yeah, or he just knew that he wasn't getting anywhere near in sector 3. So what's the
Yeah.
point?
And Wookiee's done as well. His fuel light is flashing.
That's not good.
Oh, Scotty's on the way back in. Ralphie's on an outlap. He should get that comfortably.
Yeah, as long as you leave the pits with about 2:10, you will comfortably get your outlap done. That's including giving space to other guys.
Yeah, Curly could be pushing a fine here. Just coming into sector 2, a minute left on the clock. 50 seconds, he could be pushing it really fine. I believe Luckman is on a lap and he'll be the next across, so that's a purple sector 1. Oh no, he hits the wall and validates. Purple sector 2, I believe was he 6 or 7 tenths up? That's Luckman done.
Teabag is
That's-
just starting his final run, so I'm just going to leave it on board with Teabag while I just grab a quick drink and
Yeah.
do a couple other things because we've got 20 seconds of quali left.
Mute your headset, you fucking twat.
I thought it was.
Who's next across the line? No, I believe that is Ralphie. Who
Well-
hasn't invalidated but looks to be way off.
Well, that
So-
bang was my back fence being blown over for the second time in a week.
Barkmandu's on the lap. He comes around the last corner, didn't get any of his sector splits, but he's pushing hard, clips the wall slightly on the exit. Looks to be a pole looking time, looking from where he was at the DRS line, but I might be wrong. I am wrong, it's P2 at the minute. Oh no, Teabag's in the wall!
Yeah, I just caught that. I just caught a front wheel pinging off.
God. Curly 3 tenths up, hopefully that didn't cause too many issues for Curly as he does improve up to P7. Marshall on a lap as well, he's 4 tenths up, that would drop him into the 27s. Coming towards the line, what he can do, this will be a big jump if he can keep it in, and it's a P3. Super lap for Marshall there, final run. Hard luck for Teabag, but that is the nature of the game, isn't it?
He went full Verstappen, just in the wrong car.
Yeah.
Quali's been quite entertaining with these lot. They've all done a great job so far.
Yeah, it's tighter than it was in Q2 for sure, but quite a spread there. A couple of guys having issues, but yeah, pretty tight there. Less than a 10 between Scotty and Bark, who are fighting for the championship, and it's kind of Scotty needs to be scoring points now at this stage. He can't be finishing behind Bark if he has any chance of taking the title, but
Three
cancer.
rounds, 3 rounds to
Yeah.
go, and a sprint race next weekend
Exactly,
included.
so-
Well, 4 rounds with these guys and a sprint race next weekend.
Yeah, I think Sky just needs to box clever. He can't win it here, but he definitely can lose it. I've said that millions of times, but Toby has left the session for some reason. Can I invite him? I can.
Right, and back.
What is his PSN now?
Toby, when you know me.
It is.
I've just sat down and left my controller on the chair. Well done, Kieran. You are officially an idiot.
We know.
I know, but everybody else needed to. Alright.
Interesting. That's a softs. How is that even possible? I'm absolutely shocked to not see a hard player. Softs is a massive mistake unless you're going for a two-stop. I would think. I don't know, but doesn't make sense to me anyway. Oh, Bark had that 5-place grid penalty starting all the way down P7.
Yeah, I did say he was carrying it.
So what's Scotty's strategy here? Get out ahead and try and get as far ahead as possible and hope for a safety car?
Yep, hope for an early safety car and then pit for a set of hards around lap 6, 7.
How many laps will the hards do?
20 at a push. They'll be falling off of a cliff at the end. Like, honestly.
Yeah, risk and reward strategy there from Scotty. I think the guys lower down, it doesn't make sense to me to be running softs, but
absolutely not.
What
A couple in tier 2 did. They managed to scamper away from the medium runners, but then about lap 4, lap 5, they started falling off again. So the mediums just clawed them back in.
I think that comes down to as well, maybe you can get a bit more out of them if you're running full traction control, but for me, when the tires go, the grip is just non-existent.
Yeah, like you've got to find that level of grip somewhere. And especially here, when you're offline, especially through the first hairpin at the beginning of Sector 2, if you take the high line through it, the rear kind of wants to bite. And Scott has taken off on this formation lap, and nobody else is with him.
Do you know what? It could be a calculated risk from Scotty. Like, let's call a spade a spade. You're guaranteed a safety car. It's just a case of what time. It's
yeah.
You know, it is probably fair enough. You know, but an end plate. You know, we give out about it, but in real life, an end plate in the centre of the track is a full safety car. To be fair.
Especially when the laps is flat out as it is here. Like, I think statistically this is the quickest track on the calendar, and they had to add in, do you know, the 2 hairpins to actually slow it down. Otherwise, the FIA would have deemed it unsafe.
Yeah. I'll leave you take the race there, but.
Yeah, Osso is disqualified from formation lap because he somehow messed up his grid slot. As we'll jump on board with Scott from the beginning. As lights out and everybody seems to get away fairly cleanly. But four wide into turn 1 in the midfield does not look good.
No, and there's end plates flying everywhere.
Yeah, that four wide went horribly wrong, as it looked like it would.
Yeah, I mean, that's never going to work.
That's Lockman without a front wing. Completely gone.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is not good. Lockman's just unintentionally causing havoc, and he just gets out of the way, to be fair to him.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep.
Disaster.
As Pint Size makes his first overtake of the season. Congratulations. Sorry, Pint Size.
That's just.
Oh, Nerf is also without a front wing.
Yeah, not great.
Toby's had a decent lap 1. Toby is now attacking Hound. So he's up 6 places, soon to be 7 if he can get past Hound.
Yeah,
So,
I think North and Luckman need to be careful here. You could end up in the wall pretty handy. And the race isn't over yet. There's a long ways to go.
especially if there's a safety car.
Yeah, definitely.
They put on a set of hards now, go 15 laps. These set mediums will then go to the end to put them back on. As I've got, apparently, Airways is a lap down on Scott already. That's on my timings. Toby's left the session.
Oh, I'll try and get him in again.
Yeah, I've got, apparently, a couple of people are down by a lap, and then others are a couple of seconds off of the car ahead. So, well, Bark's already up into 5th. So he has made. Oh, apparently the softball lost 10 laps.
Not a prayer. Yeah, they will, like, but will they be any good is the question.
Yeah, like that. If you're doing a soft medium, you are literally just trying to get the quickest tires on and maximize your advantage over the short term in the stint compared to.
Yeah, this fucking leaderboard needs to fix itself.
Yeah, it does. It will sort itself out in a lap or so, hopefully, because Airways been a lap down in P2. Oh, Slim has just said the Delta did that on Friday's stream too. There we go, it's fixed itself. Partially, yeah. So as everybody crosses the line, it's fixing itself.
Yeah, Scott, he's doing what he needs to do, breaking the DRS to Airways. That's just going to leave a bit of a trail behind where they're going to be back.
Yeah, but then Wookie's going to be on Airways for DRS. And if these two actually do the smart thing and use each other for ERS to hunt Scott down instead of battling each other.
That's what I'd be doing, slingshot your way around the track. Especially, they do seem to have the pace on Teabag as well.
Yep. Yeah, Teabag's just dropped off the back. So, use each other to just slingshot each DRS zone, just let the other one pass. Because all you got to do is lose, what, like a couple of attempts on the way past.
Yeah.
But Scott is only just hanging in there now for DRS, like out of DRS from Airways, as he used too much of those softs already.
Yeah, and it's just how long will them softs last before the mediums kick in and you lose that advantage.
But he's also got more ERS by 13%. Wookie is already under 50%. Bark's at 60. Bark's got Teabag. And then there's a gap down to Kel. Anderson up into 8th. Let's see who is the biggest winner and loser so far. Marshall's down 10. That's a pretty hard one to beat for biggest loser in the opening laps. Anderson's up 7 as the biggest winner so far. And the only 2 people to maintain track position so far are Hound and Kel. Everybody else is moved around. Lockman's down 9. Nerf is down 3. Pint size is up 1.
Bit of a spread there now as well. I don't know. Airways isn't slow, nor Wookie by any stretch of the imagination.
Anderson's.
That's a yellow flag, and that is Pint Size Geezer in the wall, and that's a full safety car.
Oh no, Pint Size.
And Scotty, does he come in now or does he hang it out? That is the question.
I'm going to jump on board with him and see what he does.
He's probably going to hang it out, I would think.
Yes.
Yeah.
He hung over to the left of the track to feign a pit stop to see if anybody behind him would drop in.
Anderson has pulled the trigger. He's the first of the soft runners to come in. Let's see what Hone does.
He clipped a barrier, so it might be a wing change for him. I'll double check that and see if they've got a nose cone ready.
This brings snow cancellation, but this brings Lockman and Northpack back into the mix again.
On the hard tyres, yeah.
Yeah, a few pit stops, a lot of guys in for the hards. Anderson in front of the softs. Fair enough.
Strange.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what?
Softs for tire just don't go near on this game, if I'm honest.
Yep. Curly, that's Toby that's still not rejoined.
Yeah, I've sent him an invite. I'm going to try and get him in again if I can.
Yeah, a second stop for Pine Size has only just about made it back to the pits. But we'll go with what tyre everybody's got on now. Lockman went for the mediums, Nerf went for the hards. So 4 laps in.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the hard runners now are a bit down the grade, I suppose, in terms of the business end of the race. As we're looking at it now, I don't think the safety car will have too much of an impact. The mediums can hold it on a small bit. I just think Scotty's caught in no man's land, if I'm honest. Does he try and string it out for another safety car? You know, if he can get under 3 or 4 laps, another safety car, he's definitely in hard territory then.
He's in medium territory. Like, this safety car will help extend his stint by a couple of laps. So if you can get to about lap 12 on those softs, 13 laps on the mediums will be easy in comparison. But then the medium runners, are they doing a medium soft or are they doing a medium hard?
Good question.
We don't know. So Scott may have the pace advantage at the beginning of the race, and then towards the end still have it because he's done soft medium. But did he use 2 sets of mediums in quali? Because I saw him do 2 quali runs on mediums. So if he went for the softer tyres, he might have burnt both sets of race mediums. And PomQ has given also 2 more laps, then he will get a penalty. Why do you need friends when... Well, why do you need enemies when you've got friends like Stingray and PomQ also? Jesus. But it's going to be interesting as to when Scott lets this go. When the safety car opts to come in. You're just waiting on... Oh, Matey Boy's been in the pits. So Nerf is now up to 18th. Where, yeah, so 18th for Nerf. Alpine's 4th, and that's it for now. Because is Toby a full-time driver for the Alpine?
No.
Who's Meerkat? Is that Pint Size?
Meerkat.
Oh, it's Toby. He's lost his internet.
Yeah.
No, you haven't smashed into a wall. You've just disconnected. So your car is still there, ready for you to take back if you go give your internet a kick or phone your provider and call them dickheads. Whichever one. How it goes out on a Sunday night is beyond me, but I've got total home broadband. I've got like 3 little of those Aero boxes around my house, and then I've still got it hardwired. Scott's gone at the final corner. But that has allowed Wookie and Airways to recharge their ERS because they were struggling on it. So Scott is now going to be... Toby would like another invite.
Yeah, we'll get that done to him. Sorry, bud, he's just dealing with it.
As looking Airways looking like they're going to get a little bit scrappy through the S's in Sector 1. Is he going for this? Sensible to back out from you, Wookie. You weren't right alongside, and to dive up the inside there. Bark's gone. Teabag's gone.
Whoa! That's this is a game changer for Scotty. This has completely changed everything for Scotty, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah. Does he come in or out now? Or does he stay out? That's the question. I've no idea what happened. Not great either, but yeah, this could this could make the Tier 3 Championship quite exciting with 3 races to go.
There was 43. There was 43 points between them. So if Scott takes the win and fastest lap, it will leave a 17-point gap with 3 rounds to go, and a sprint race in between in there. Whew. You can't really write Tier 3 at any season, can you? Oh, mediums are in. Scott's hanging it out.
Yeah, you see.
That to me, that's a little bit dumb.
Yeah, do you know what?
I know Scott, so I can call him dumb.
Even if there's another safety car in 2 or 3 laps, the spread won't be there. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. Top, yeah, interesting. 15, 16 laps on the hars, very doable.
Yes.
I'm going grabbing a beer.
You're gonna need it. What it looked like though was they were side by side going through the bit of the track where I said not to, because you flip-flop from side to side. So you don't really want to be there. If either of them are watching, just a little comment as to what happened would be nice. Obviously without pointing the finger at the other one, because stewards will deal with it. Alright, so we're just under another safety car. What? Lockman has opted to put another set of mediums on. So he's now pitted twice underneath the safety cars. Yeah, also up into P3. Red flag, red flag. as Toby's just picked up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think that's his first contribution to the race. As Chip is in for a wing change. How many sets of softs does Toby have?
Do you know what? I was just thinking there. It's a bit of a strange safety car, because if you look at, like, from airways down, like, basically half the grid has pitted, but the guys ahead, there's still plenty of life left in them tyres. Maybe the mediums of Dave, Osso and Douglas, they might be kind of struggling a bit, but there's plenty of tyres left. Ralphie, Marshall, North all the way back to P7.
I know, I saw that. I was like, don't get excited for the McLarens.
Yeah, look, we're coming in for another set. Will them mediums go to the end? The guys that pitted, obviously Geezer won. Well, I wouldn't think he would, but will the rest of them go to the end?
Probably. Anyone that's pitted recently from airways down is pretty much safe on their stops now. So it's whether or not we have another safety car in the next... If we have another safety car around lap 15, 16, then you would be... If you're at the front end of the field, you'd be stupid not to take the free stop and put on a set of mediums if you've got them.
Yeah.
But with the primary Alpine score out, oh, Toby's gone again. All Nerf needs to do is score a point for McLaren, and it extends the advantage.
Yeah, it's Jesus. I'd love to. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear about it after, but do you know what? Just point out something there. You got Bark and Teabag both DNF'd, and this is the way we roll. No bullshit in the chat after about it. Gonna deal with it in DMs like the Shores deal with it. That's the way we roll. All you're gonna do is come in and cause issues that nobody wants to see, and you're just gonna make yourself angrier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why I've just started putting my phone down.
Scotty has caught Dave napping. He hasn't actually. Do you know, this is going to suit Scotty with the tyres behind him. He needs that buffer though for as long as he can.
Could we actually see Dave finally get the podium that he's been hunting for like a season and a half?
Oh, North just squeezing through there. Oh, it's still a bit tight. You're going to have to need this race to settle down again, but don't be at all surprised seeing another safety car. I'd be shocked if there isn't.
I wouldn't.
Oh, there we go. Dave Douglas is out, and there's an issue there as well. I think somebody got caught up.
Lockman's just gone straight through it.
Yeah, and Scotty, was absolutely fucking ruined.
Yeah.
I think
he needs to pit now. But it's going to fuck him on his strap.
He can't pit him. He can't, because he goes all the way to the back. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, sure, look, what would I know? The only thing I would say is you're definitely going to see Fulton, Dave and Osso in. But again, that's going to cause an issue because they're going to lose so many places. Difficult one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was with Dave there, the right-hander in sector 1, just back went and he just couldn't get it back.
And just ate the barrier on the exit.
Mind if we could have a lap of racing though, to be fair.
Well, half a lap. Well, third of a lap if it was sector 1, so... But safety cars really shouldn't be out for too long if the field hasn't bunched up, well, hasn't spread, which there's not much between Toby down in 17th, who has just rejoined.
There's not, and the game was nice to him. I pitted him as well, but it did give him a penalty for what?
No, he did that. He joined, got the penalty, then disconnected again.
You see, this is where the issue is now for Scotty. He's all the way down at the back now. Is he just going to try and force his way through? Does he think he has the pace to get back there? Difficult one.
He's going to come out about, 12th. Everybody else. Dave has just said, tried to save it, drifted for 100 metres.
Yeah, I was on with it, which is why it started showing before anyone hit the wall. Unfortunate. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Toby's now actually back into control of this car. The game has pretty much raced the first 11 laps for him because of the disconnections. And he's up 9 places as a result, but he does have a 5-second penalty. So getting that speeding in the pit lane penalty is almost as bad as needing a wing change.
Yeah.
It takes roughly the same amount of time to have your wing changed. So if you need the 5-second and the wing change, you sat in the pit box for like 13 seconds and you just watching everybody fly past and you're going, right, can you start moving on the car yet? Or
yeah, just looking around there, North Pack is going to be a sucker within 7 or 8 laps. That is the issue. That's the issue for him, you know. But in the lap 1, he's in the pits down at the bottom, so it's not too bad. The rest of the guys are in a healthy position, to be fair.
I don't think we're done with the safety cars because we get, 5 safety cars and 2 VSEs, or 4 safety cars and 2 VSEs.
Yeah, I mean, North Pack is at this stage praying for another safety car just to stay out, just to get him to the end. Everybody should get to the end comfortably now at this point. North Pack, there wouldn't be much point in pitting. But I'd be surprised if the safety car message doesn't come in and he's staying out for another lap. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ralphie doing the safety car restart this time round.
Yeah, we'll have 13 laps of racing. Let's hope we can actually get 13 laps of racing.
Hound up into P8 with a default setup.
Yeah, he should run default every week.
I really wish we could return Steve back to his default setup. But
what's that? What is that? What does that mean?
So do you know the soft spot on babies' heads? Touch that when he was a baby. That was a little bit of a dark joke on the stream. I apologise if that offends anyone. The safety cars were bored. Oh. And I've got a headache that sat right at the bottom of my head, at the top of my neck, and it makes it feel like I've got a stiff neck. So this isn't helping. Come on, safety car.
Drive it on, lad. Drive it on.
But Mylander for driver of the day.
Surprised he didn't come in the last lap. Do you know what's the fascinating thing about Jeddah? It has to be, you know, from one side of the track to the other. It's the most narrow-looking thing ever.
Yeah,
the 1 and 2 are just practically parallel to each other.
Literally, a barrier separates it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you actually have the gain volume coming through your headset when you're around here, you can hear the cars coming the other way through sector 1.
Jesus, that's an early mile and a half. Yeah, I'd say that it must be mega in real life. The track must be so loud.
It's like there's a couple of Grand Prix I want to go to in real life. There's Austria, Hungaroring, Spa, but then I also want to go to Azerbaijan for Baku to watch them on the flat out straights either side of the barrier.
Yeah.
But trying to get tickets to the actual tickets to Baku are cheap. It's the flights. Yeah. Didn't really catch Marshall sleeping, but enough of a gap to not worry about braking for turn 1. It's interesting to see the gearing difference between the auto gears and manual through some of the corners here, because auto, it forces you into second for turn 1 and 2, but you get a better traction in third. seems like that's Dave Wide. Airways now close to him.
Yeah, and North Pack is obviously on the oldest tyre on the grid at the moment as well, which won't help him. And Bags, the pace behind him, Airways is fast.
As Airways has just made a sneaky overtake and Wookiees followed him through. So
What is going on up there?
Keller's dropped down. Oh, that's a front wing.
Wookie just slapped the back of North Pack, I believe.
Yeah, but whose front wing went missing?
Airways got caught up in that as well.
I'm trying to work out who lost the front wing.
Safety car. That's a safety car. I have no idea what happened there. Absolutely none whatsoever.
Right, now if I was Nerf, I'd take a pit stop. Just take the stop.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't have rear wing damage, to be honest with you. There was a serious impact there from Wookie's car. And I think
it was also...
the Airways got caught up in that as well.
Also, I was in the pits.
North Pack going for softs?
For 11 laps. It's brave.
With no laps left, I probably would have tried to hang it out, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Probably 9 laps of racing maybe, but easy for us to call it. We're not in the car, we don't know how it feels.
It's just whether or not he can make those softs, like not take too much life out of him during the safety car. So then by the time they get racing again, he's got life in them. Like Scott's now back up to 7th on the freshest tyres.
Yeah, he's looking for that win there, and he's in a good position as well.
I'd say he needs to win.
I mean, he does. Let's call a spade, but with the field so tight and the 8 or 9 laps left, picking up a penalty now would be bad. Could be detrimental.
Yeah.
So
just waiting on also to catch up to the back of the field.
I didn't think we did some more safety cars Friday night.
Tier 2 we had 3. But this is just, a lot of this isn't actually due to people crashing out, it's just damage on the track. So, it's, as you said, Anderson's in. He's only been on those tyres a handful of laps, or half a dozen laps. So he's gone from 2nd to last. Wing change.
Yeah, Jada with a damaged wing is a bad idea.
Yeah, Airways, Wookie, and Marshall, all on 1 lap old tyres. So unless Nerf is literally the tyre doctor and can nurse those softs for 10 laps, I want to say that this is on average, like this overtook Monza for the highest average speed track.
Thanks for the wonderful information.
I'm just about to Google it to double check.
Yeah, wouldn't give it a run for its money anyway.
So, no, Monza is still the fastest track on average. That was because of, do you know, the 2021 spec cars. Hamilton averaged 164 miles an hour a lap over the course of a lap at Monza.
Sunday driving,
For you on your way back, yeah. Vegas is second, and then Jeddah third with 157 miles an hour average speed.
Yeah, I think the soft guys here could be in a spot of bother. Be alright for 3 or 4 laps, and I don't know what the dig is like here, but
if your tyre pressures are correct, it's even.
Okay.
And you get 2 to 3% wear a lap as Ralphie's gone.
Good safety car restart, nice and early.
I don't see the point in taking it to the line.
Yeah, 3 wide into turn 1 is not a good idea at all.
How is Hound up into a podium position? How? Well, he's Scott on. Oh, as I say that, he's just outbraked himself. Should have just taken the runoff. That's what that runoff's there for. As long as you brake. Yep, off again. Oh, I jumped on board with Dave as he went past Toby. And just about missed his rear wheel. Dave, that is a barrier, mate. You are going to need to move away from that. You can't turn further through it. It's going to be a VSE, if anything. Nope.
No, it's gone. Thank God for that.
So, Nerf is on the back of Wookie and Matey. Lockman's up to 10th somehow, as that is Toby getting very friendly with Dave through the final corner and loses out to Marshall in the process. As Hound and Curly making it too wide through turns 1, 2 and 3.
What wings is Hound even using? It's the default setup.
I think it's like 32, like 28.
Oh God, he looks a struggle, to be honest. More power to him.
Yeah, he's just understeering everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, yellow flag, sector 2, not sure what that was for.
Car off the track, possibly. Oh, that's a late lunge.
From Wookie?
Nope, from Dave.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Meant Dave, yeah.
Dave on Chip into the hairpin. It cost Dave more than it did Chip.
I just saw Wookie going up, as you said. I was like, oh, Wookie, maybe not.
Oswald's dropping back. That's another yellow flag.
Yeah.
That's Ralphie.
Yeah.
The leader.
I didn't see it.
No, neither did I. I've just jumped on board. Oh, him and Lockman. Lockman's now down in P17.
Not great. Caleb is in as well. I think he got caught up on that as well.
Alright. Lads, don't fight it out. Just use each other.
Oh God, there's just so much going on here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on board with Matey, and just look at the cluster of cars that are just here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, Dave
Oh.
is Dave's use of track limits is strange, to say the least.
But he's getting away with it. I did find out that final like little chicane before the final the back straight DRS zone. You can heavily cut the inside curb.
Yeah.
And get away with it. But I didn't really do it during the race because I was like, I don't want it to catch the car at the wrong angle and put me into the barrier.
Also, what are you fucking doing, man? I'll tell you what, it's a scruffy race, but
yeah, I'll be glad to see the end of it, if I'm being honest. Scott is back into first. Matey's now up into 7th. Jesus. Wookie and Matey.
Yeah, they did well there, to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 that are well versed in just about giving enough room.
Yeah, the inside into 1 gives you the outside into 2, so it's not. Or the inside into 1 gives you the inside through 2, depending on how it goes. Yeah. The inside into 1 isn't great. For me, yeah.
The inside of turn 1 gives you the outside of turn 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And being squeezed against that outside barrier is just a recipe for a wing change. Oh, Ralphie's left. Ralphie's pit and quit.
Frustrating for him in the lead.
Controlling the race at that. Yeah, so it happens. Just don't pit and quit, because like another VSC or something, and it changes the dynamic of the race. You just got to be in it. Oh, Marshall with the fastest lap. There we go. So he's on a charge.
Oh, wow. Oh, Anderson. Jesus Christ. Absolutely ridiculous move in turn 1.
Yeah. I caught the back of it.
Just need to settle down. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and the fact that he's carrying a track limit penalty too. Toby's just got nerfed because Nerf is off the track. To me, it seems like Osso's just picking his battle here. He's looking at it and going, right, Nerf packs on softs, they're going to go off. Toby's got a penalty. Anderson's got a penalty. Hound's got a penalty. If I can get past Osso, get past Nerf, he's got P8 in the bag.
Yeah, exactly. Osso seems to be struggling, or North is struggling a small bit. He's trying to resolve his ERS as well, but he needs to get cracking as well. I don't know, does he have wing damage, to be honest, looking at the way he's driving.
Oh, the lack of track that he's actually staying on. The thing is, this place is so fast that it does just encourage the occasional dumb move. And oh no, don't make it 3. Oh, thank God Steve actually had a brain cell then. He got a double slipstream into turn 1 and could have made it 3 wide, but decided to brake early.
Oh no, that's Matey boy eating the wall. Not sure what happened exactly. Looks like he just got a bit of rear spin.
He's still in the race, so was it what, wing damage?
Yeah, he ghosted. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he definitely picked up something.
Yeah, wing damage. You can tell by the fact that the car didn't want to stop or turn. Chip is having a full-on battle with Dave here, and Dave is... I'm not going to say he's doing anything illegal with his defensive driving.
It doesn't look great. Straight up.
But it's a little bit erratic. Right. Chip's got him into turn 1 here anyway.
Yeah, also has impact damage.
So he's just picking his battle.
Maybe has kept going, but thought he was
dropping back,
struggling in the wing department there, to be honest.
Yeah, because he's got Nerf and Osso and Toby for company. So 3 laps to go. This top 8, like, oh, Toby with another snap through that sector 1. Matey off the track again. Matey's the only one that actually doesn't have a track limit penalty from Anderson down to Toby.
Yeah.
So if I was Nerf, I'd just try and focus on staying within that window. I'd just pick up as many positions as possible, but Scott on... Oh, safety car. Who's gone?
Wow. See. I think he'd be mad coming out this point anyway, to be honest. Unless you're damage or unless you're towards the end, but this is classic sauce on brains.
Pint size. How was he crashed there?
No idea. Oh, Curly in from P3?
Soft's on, brains off time, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry for stealing your phrase, but...
That's Claire's phrase.
Well, I am filling in for him, so it's only right that I get to use his sayings.
I suppose you got a couple of drivers here now with penalties, and this safety car is not going to do them any good at all.
Nope. They
And
may
the
as well.
Yeah, the added issue here is all the old players ahead again, fresh sauce behind.
No, yeah, Nerf being one of them. Oh, we're going to have a 2-lap sprint. Lockman is literally the lows and highs, well, the highs and lows of league racing. Reserves in tier 2, P2. In his own tier, 15th. Yeah, so the cow's got 5-lap old softs on. Curly's thinking about the race win, but Dave is also got to be thinking about that podium. So
There's not enough time left for Curly. It's absolute insanity coming in when he did.
And the safety car's in this lap.
Yeah, so the guys behind mightn't even get there.
Curly, why are you trying to overtake your own teammate under... There we go.
Wow.
Clipped his teammate under the safety car.
Yeah, that's not good from Curly, because that won't be removed either. So that's destroyed his podium, which he was in a good position for, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Dave is going to be a menace to try and... Because he can sniff that podium, there's 2 laps left. As Scott's gone now. Stingray, at least I saw is back in P10.
Yeah, and he's caught Marshall napping, who is no slouch. And he's 3-lap old pressure tyres as well.
For now, from Stingray. Yeah. So Wookie is on the back of Dave, but on 10-lap-old softs. Dave is on the back of Chip, who is on 15-lap-old mediums. So at this stage, Dave actually does have the tyre advantage over Chip.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
So Dave will be hunting that elusive podium. We've got yellow flag in sector 1. So yeah, those podiums are gonna screw over. Those penalties are gonna screw over a lot of people in the midfield. Like basically everybody from, I think, Nerf up will. Yeah, everybody from Nerf, as it stands, will capitalise on at least Curly.
Marshall is after getting very close to the back of Scotty now. And he has the wing and the slipstream. Not close enough into turn 1, but
He's got to go for it though.
yeah, he's close enough anyway. He's alongside.
Ooh.
Oh, just about enough room left.
And now it's patience. Scott is on the same amount of VRS. So this is literally who has it in them to not make a mistake.
You wouldn't want to be gambling anything if you're Scotty, would you?
No, and in fairness, if I was Marshall in this position... Oh, Dave's up into third. Oh no, please tell me we're not doing the possibility of doing a post-race interview with Dave.
Yeah, you could be. I'm going to have to jump straight after this. Ah, Curly's after having an issue. Oh God.
Cows had one too.
Wow.
Also 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
Run to the line for Marshall and Scotty. Marshall! Yeah. Oh, that was close.
And Davis got third. Fuck's sake. I've got to do a post-race interview with Dave.
Yeah.
Before you dip off, will you at least invite the podium sitters?
Scotty's in already. Marshall and Dave. Don't forget to grab race results if you don't mind.
Yep, I've already grabbed all of qualies, so I'll do the race results. Fuck's sake, Dave, why'd you have to get a podium? Oh, it's going to be a busy night for the stewards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Full send Dave. And who else?
Marshall. Scott's already here. Marshall and Dave, yeah. Dave actually up from 11th to 3rd. No faster start point to be awarded either because Airways took it in P11.
Right, I need to kick on.
Alright, yeah, I've got it under control from here.
Unbelievable.
Alright, we're just waiting on Marshall.
Oh, I'll put my pants back on.
You've got a stream off, mate. That's stream when you have to turn it off, mate.
Let's see, is Marshall joining? I don't know. But let me just give him a quick tag and see if he's joining. Okay, right. We're just gonna get this running because Marshall isn't arrived. We'll start with Dave and then we'll jump to Scott. Because Scott's got a more storied race to tell. Oh, Marshall's here. So yeah, we'll go Dave, Marshall, Scott. So Dave, that elusive podium.
Mate, honestly, it's the best day in my league racing ever. Yeah, drove hard as I could, tried to defend him, but I don't know if he's a bit edgy sometimes, but I got it done.
It was noticed that the driving was a little bit at times.
Yeah, I had the hairpin at the side.
Him enough.
Yeah, and I was thinking he's going to give me a bit more room, and give me a bit more room, and he didn't come. So I let him have the space back. I knew I had the pace on him, so I was just biding my time. Straight under the safety cars, I was just following Scotty round. I was intending to try and take the mediums as long as I could and bang the softs on towards the end back when I went out the window. So
Curly's just said you're welcome for handing you a podium.
Tell him thank you.
Yeah, at the final couple of laps, I've realised that you had the tyre advantage over, was it Chip?
Yeah.
Your hards were 2 laps fresher than his mediums.
Yeah.
So at that point, you did have the tyre advantage and the pace advantage, and I was like, I had a feeling that you were going to get a podium tonight. I think I mentioned it about midway through the race that you were in within a shout of it.
Yeah, I felt quite comfortable when, obviously I seen Chip after what happened last season when he drove head on into me. I was thinking, please, not you. But I had the pace on him. At sector 1 on the S, he was struggling to get the power down. And I was planning on just trying to stick to the back of him to the last lap on the DRS zone and then just gun it and use my ERS. But I managed to get the move done a bit earlier. And then to keep it, because I knew Wookie was going to put him under pressure, because I was managed to keep him behind me on the softs as well, which was I was quite happy with, to be honest. Yeah, it's nice to finally get one on the boards here, mate. It took me long enough.
Yeah, it has. So, moving on from Dave and his ecstatic first podium. Marshall, tell us about your race.
Good evening. First of all, Dave, congratulations on your first podium, mate.
Thank you very much, mate.
I know how it feels, dude. So yeah, well earned, mate. So for me, where did it go wrong? It went wrong at the beginning. So I think I dropped back to like 13th for like turn 3 because my clutch didn't engage off the line.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I sat on the line for a bit. I was like, ah. But and then to be talking about full send, I was following full send. If someone's got the stream in the background, you can just turn it down for clear that echo. That'd be great. Thank you. There you go. Yeah. So after that, following full send, actually couldn't get past him for a few laps before the first safety car. The first safety car kind of saved me in that respect a little bit. Helped me get past you, Dave.
Oh, I know, mate. I know.
Safety cars come out a bit of a weird time, didn't they? Because like the second one you couldn't quite go mediums to the end, so I went on hards. I think it was that one.
Yeah. Just the tyre strat in general was messed up with the amount of safety cars.
Yeah. It happens in every race now, doesn't it? Unfortunately, the safety cars, but it just
especially Jeddah, where it's just so quick. There's not really any room for the marshals on track to get and clear it, so they'll just safety car it for anything. Like one of them was, I think, also lost his wing, and they just safety carred it for no reason.
Yeah, so it's about that, isn't it? But I'll kind of not bore you with the whole story, but yeah, kind of after the not the final safety car, the second to last one. So I was with 10 laps to go. I think I was 14, and worked my way through the pack and got to Chip, and I was hoping my teammate Chip, I was hoping we could just DRS it and try and catch Curly and Scotty, because Curly was 3 seconds ahead and Scotty was 5 at the time. But unfortunately, couldn't do that. So I thought, we'll get to Curly. I was like, well, that's okay. I'll do this. Like I say, me and Curly can DRS it to catch Scotty because he was so far ahead. But I had some good traction and fresh tyres, so I was closing Scotty down quite a bit. And I think there might have been a fight for the line. Not as close as it was, though.
57 hundredths of a second is what I think I caught it at.
Yeah, around half a tenth.
Yeah,
that's
it wasn't much as you crossed the line. It was literally a nose goal.
I don't think it might not have been that close if that final safety car didn't come out, but I think it would have been. I think I would put pressure on Scotty. But Scotty, that was close. I enjoyed that, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Well done for that, mate. You really put the pressure on, mate.
Well, congratulations to you two. And moving on to the race winner. Pole sitter, unfortunately you didn't complete the trifecta and take the fastest lap, but Bart crashing out. 43 point gap is now down to 18 points with 3 rounds to go.
Yeah, I was hoping for that fastest lap. Marshall took it.
Airways took it.
Yeah, no, when Marshall took it, it was a 10th off me, and I was like, I can do that. In my head, I was just thinking, Max Verstappen already got the lead. You don't need to push it, but go through. I was just thinking every point helps. And then when I saw Airways a second quicker, I'm just like, yeah, it's gone. But no, strategy-wise, I know everyone was obviously changing their strategy on the safety car. In my head, it was soft mediums. When that third safety car came out, I generally thought that was it. No, the second one, sorry, I thought that was it. Strategy's over, race is lost. I didn't even know Bart crashed out until I saw he left, which for me was just get the win, close down them points. And then yeah, the third safety car, everyone pitted, and I'm just like, okay, back up into 7th, I think. And I was assessing everyone, thinking, oh, I've got medium runners on like 6 laps old. I've got Hound ahead, no setup. Marshall was gaining on me, and when I saw him gain on me passing Carly, I was like, this is going to be a race to the end. But I mean, before that, I saw my teammate up in 2nd place, which I was thinking it's going to be the first time this season I've got a teammate battling for points, not only battling points but possibly battling me, which I was looking forward to, but unfortunately he got into an incident. But yeah, at the end with Marshall, because last season with T-Bag, similar thing with T-Bag as what it was with Marshall. T-Bag was behind me, except T-Bag had DRS, knocked me out of a podium, and I thought this season round, I'm not letting no one take that podium away from me, or let alone a win, especially when it's so crucial with, as you say, 18 points, 3 races to go. If someone wants to take Bark out again, or Back wants to crash, I'll be more than happy for that. But it's going to be a struggle. Everyone knows how quick Bark is, how good he is with his tyres. He's basically a replacement of Kane Lowry from last season. I don't know what it is in the Finnish water, but I need to go and get some.
Yeah, I need to make that fight myself. But across the board, it didn't look like a particularly incident-filled race. It just looked like a lot of driver error to cause the safety cars.
Yeah.
Like just catching a wall and losing an end plate, stuff like that. But from the 3 of you, it was very well measured and mature drives, so congratulations.
I'll take that as a compliment from you, mate.
I know.
Fuck off, Dave.
Believe it. I'm going to get away from my stream and make sure we're doing that.
Clip it.
So go enjoy your Sunday evenings, and hopefully none of you get reported.
Cheers, boys, and congratulations.
Well done, Dave. Well done, mate.
I didn't look quite no thanks, Scotty, mate. I just tried to stick in the back of you, mate, and I knew if I was close to you, I was going to be near. So,
Well, that's why I said, mate, stick behind me, mate, and